MMA Oddsbreaker. I'm Frank Trigg, of course. That's Stipe. I was on the phone with somebody, and he broke the news to me that Junior Dos Santos was out. But it was like 3 or 4 days before the UFC actually put a report out about your opponent change. How did you actually find out that Junior was hurt, and then when did you find out that Fabio was going to be your replacement?
Honestly, I was like laying on the couch, just kind of relaxed, waiting to go train, and I was kind of messing around on my phone and went on Instagram, and there it was on Instagram. And then, my manager, I called my manager, and he's like, I just found out too. And then a few hours later, they said, hey, Fabio Maldonado wants to take the fight. I said, okay, sounds good. So it all worked out.
Did anything change for you as far as like, oh crap, I'm fighting Dos Santos now, I'm fighting Maldonado? Like, was it like, oh geez, I got to change my training camp or change my training partners or anything like that, or was it? It's a pretty easy swap.
I mean, they're both stand-up guys, so it kind of worked out well. I didn't change too much. He's pretty good on the ground too. He's a tough boxer, but we're a lot of stand-up guys for this camp, so it didn't change too much. Maybe a little bit different game plan, but nothing crazy.
I think your manager found out from the guy I was talking to on the phone that Junior was out after he got, because while I was on the phone with him, it was like, hey, he actually got backup proof that Junior's definitely out. Is it par for the course, or is this a weird situation that you actually find out that your opponent's hurt on social network? Because the UFC does such a good job of keeping all that stuff in house and breaking out. Like on the smaller promotions, I've done interviews where I've actually broke to the guy, hey, you have a new opponent. Let's talk about your new guy. And the guy doesn't even know that he has a new opponent yet. Like he's like, not only does not know his old opponent's hurt and pulled out, he doesn't know he's already got a new opponent. And so, but the UFC, there's such a better, tighter ship that it would seem like you would have got a phone call, or Greg, your manager, would have got a phone call that would have been like, hey, look, this guy's out from the UFC. Did that happen at all, or is this kind of how it goes now? That just social media is so fast, you always find out from Instagram or Twitter first.
I don't know. I think maybe just someone leaked it out. Someone really close to him leaked it out, and before UFC got a hold of it. You don't know. There's many ways. Social media, it just happens quick. I saw a thing on TV. There was something going on, across the West Coast. Like someone was holding up something, and a guy that was part of like one of the news networks was like tweeting it as it was speaking before they even found out about it. So it just, social network, it happens so fast.
Do the fans bother you sometimes? Like especially after like the Stefan Struve loss. You're down because you had a loss. You're already dealing with that, the emotional roller coaster of, geez, what I do wrong, and that whole game. And all of a sudden, the fans are like, you suck, and you shouldn't be fighting in the UFC, and blah blah. Like, do the fans get on you from social network as well?
Oh yeah, I actually deleted my personal Facebook page because I was just getting like novels sent to me. And it's part of the game. I know what I signed up for. And so it's okay. They have their opinion. They don't know what we go through, but it is what it is.
Let's talk about Fabio, your opponent, coming up here on May 31st down there in Brazil. What do you see? You say he's a stand-up guy, and he's pretty good on the ground, but what do you really see in him when you're watching tape on him? Because I know you had to switch from watching Junior tape to watching Fabio tape, so it's a big jump, trying to get ready. Even though it's the same kind of style, it's still a big jump. You still got to look at different mannerisms, different tells, like what's he going to throw when he does this kind of thing. What do you see when you watch him?
He's just a tough guy. He throws, he's always pressuring. He's always throwing punches. He's always keeping active. He's just a tough guy and gets stronger as it goes, and you just got to, just weather the storm and keep going after him, It's just a tough guy. I think all Brazilian guys are tough.
Now, when you're down in Brazil for this fight, who's going to watch your kids?
Oh, man. Well, I got a few people, I think the girlfriend's going to watch them,
Okay.
So
They're,
we'll figure it out.
we're talking about Stipe's kids. He has 2 dogs. He's got 2 dogs, and it's always interesting how pets are family. They're part of the group, and it's another added dilemma of, hey, when I'm down, when I'm gone for a period of time training, who's going to watch the kids? Well, who's going to watch my dogs too? It's a difficult process. Do you travel at all for any of your training camps, or do you stay in Cleveland the entire time?
I travel here and there if I need to help someone out. But most of the time when my training camps, I like to stay in house. I'll bring guys in. I'm really a homebody. I like to train at home. But I'll go out, and get that, I said, uncomfortable feeling, training somewhere else, getting that nervousness. Just, it's almost like a fight.
All right, Stipe. Thanks for spending a couple minutes with us here at MMA Oddsbreaker. Good luck with the new opponent. It's going to be. It's definitely a good matchup. Even though he is coming up from 205 and fighting you at heavyweight, it's going to be interesting to see if he's put on enough size, and if the difference in weight is going to help him with his speed to keep from getting smacked by you too early.
Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully I do smack him fast and early. That's the plan. So, but, I'm excited. He's a tough guy. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm just excited.
Perfect. All right, bud. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Bye.